LAPD, I want you to open the door and put your hands outside the vehicle. Now!
The Old Detective. The Old Detective has been marked as a beneficial creature. At first glance, it has the appearance of an old-time film noir detective. Trench coat, fedora, and constant smoke lit in its mouth. It can speak multiple languages and pick up more as it is exposed to more. It has no desires to eat humans. In fact, it can easily consume human food without any issue, having a preference for burgers and steak. Make no mistake, it is capable of defending itself when attacked. Personality-wise, it has a friendly but gruff manner, often talking like a character from a detective movie, but despite this, the detective is a highly intelligent being. Why it isn't a danger to humans is because the detective only emerges when a cop or detective has been killed and the attacker isn't found. When it happens, the detective will take on the voice and facial appearance of the victim. He will also get all their memories except for the day they died. The old detective will go around and explain to the victims, friends and family what happened and why it's borrowing their loved one's form. It will apologize and sincerely promise to bring justice to the murdered officer. It is very gentle in these communications, and oftentimes this has helped the surviving partners, lovers, kids and friends move on from the death much faster. After that, with almost a precognitive ability, it'll track down whomever killed the officer that triggered its summoning and solve their murder. The old detective explains that it has the ability to read the past of any object it touches and is very intuitive when it comes to putting together clues. When it does catch the killer, it will attempt to first arrest the person for the crime. For the criminal's sake, they should surrender if, know when they are caught. As to this report's creation, the old detective has located each and every one of its targets. If they try to fight, if they try to attack the detective, the reason we called it a creature will happen. While it's not actively a threat to humans, we only say that because when it does kill, it only kills unrepentant murderers. The old detective's first response to attack is to quip like one would if they are the character of a detective movie. It'll counter and defend itself using fisticuffs. If it wins, aside from some injuries, the detective will still attempt to arrest the criminal. If the criminal pulls out a weapon, such as a knife or heavy blunt object, the detective will stay in character and dodge with great skill the attack and attempt to knock down the criminal. Again, if victorious, the old detective is kind enough to just arrest the attacker. The problem is, if the criminal is holding a gun, the detective will go utterly still and ask if the person is sure they want to go that far. If they don't immediately drop the gun and de-escalate the conflict, they are doomed a particularly painful demise. If they fire, in an instant, the detective will rapidly drop all illusions of it being human and unfold into a massive insect-like creature that resembles a mix between a praying mantis, a stick bug, and a moth. Then it will attack and consume the person that fired the gun at it with extreme prejudice. The old detective, in this form, loses all ability to speak human languages, is immune to bullets, fire, and most forms of attack. If a criminal surrenders at this point, it won't do no good, as the old detective will eat them anyway. If they run, it'll constantly hunt them, having locked on to what scientists guess to be their quantum signature. It doesn't need scent or hearing or sight to locate the person. After that point, it transforms. Its claws can also rip through solid steel like tissue paper. In this mode, the hunt never lasts long. The criminal is consumed and the detective will take a human form again, apologizing to any witness that saw the prior gore-filled feast. Before departure, when asked what the issue with the insect transformation was, The old detective sadly answered, "Look, you're a good kid, but some things aren't supposed to be explained. I'll just say, we all have some things we're ashamed of." It explained as it walked away, its face changing form. Investigation into the new face revealed that it was the murdered form of another officer who was killed the next state over. Due to the friendly relationship law enforcement has with the detective, all interactions are marked to be friendly but cautious.